Thank you very much for coming in.
Let's begin with just if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Okay, well, I'm Katharine. I left ULIP last year. I did a Bachelor's in French Studies, and then I went on to do my first year of my Master's in Translation at the Sorbonne École Supérieure et de Traducteurs. And so now I'm currently in the process of doing my internship at UNESCO as part of my studies. And then next year I'm going to go back to uni and do another, the second year of my Master's, and then I'll be done.
How would you describe your experience of your Master's and experience at UNESCO so far?
It's been a bit of a whirlwind. I think my experience of my Master's and my experience at UNESCO are very separate because my Master's is very full on, a lot of teaching hours, a lot of contact hours, which I really enjoy, but it's a lot. So I'm doing technical, editorial and economic translation, and we have separate classes for all of those. And I also translate from Spanish as well, not just from French, so that kind of doubles my classes. We also have theory classes for economics, law and also terminology, and also European studies to give us some context about what we're translating. So what with exams in those and like translation exams, it was a lot this year, but it was all very enjoyable. And we have quite small tight-knit classes. We talk a lot about what we're translating, and we have lots of different tools that we use, and so I found that to be a really good experience so far. And then at UNESCO, a totally different experience once again. I'm still in a very tight-knit team. I'm in the English translation unit, so I'm translating from French and Spanish to English, and I'm working on documents such as executive board documents, speeches by the Director General, but also country profiles, academic articles about things such as deforestation and economic policies and so on. So it really changes every day. I also do a lot of proofreading, which is quite interesting, and I also have gone into meetings occasionally to live edit conventions with ambassadors making decisions and me having to type live onto a screen what's going on, which is very fast-paced. I love it, but it's a lot for an intern. But all in all, the organisation is incredible for an internship experience. You learn so much about the organisation as a whole and what it does, and you have so much support. I'm always corrected in the sense that I have people in my team that will reread my work and then give me corrections. So every day it's a constant learning experience.
Could we perhaps talk briefly about your most recent live event at UNESCO?
Okay, so it was for the Memory of the World programme, and so I was actually assisting a typist at that point. I wasn't the typist for that one, but there was a convention about the recent changes to the programme, and so all the ambassadors were sitting in the chamber and one by one sort of presenting whether they were for or against certain clauses in this convention. And what was very difficult was that they were, ambassadors were sort of arguing between themselves about what they wanted to change. So you had to be really, really on point. So I was assisting the lady who was typing, saying Japan is for this, or India's against that. And what was interesting as well is because UNESCO has 6 official languages, you can speak any of those 6 languages. So you have your headphones, your interpretation headphones on, and you're constantly switching channels depending on what language you want to listen in, because obviously I could listen in French, Spanish or English, and so it was a very fast-paced experience, very long meeting, about 4 hours, and there were very interesting ambassador disagreements during that meeting.
And just to finish off, is there any kind of final words of advice you would give either to your younger self or to current students at ULIP?
I would say don't sweat about the small stuff. I think that's a thing you hear all the time, but it's hard to internalise that. But I think things that really stress me out at uni now, I think, no, that was relatively minor. Don't worry about your bibliographies in your essay. Mine were always terrible. It turned out okay for me, so.
Well, thank you very much, and lovely to catch up with you, and bye for now.